Morning. Hello, everyone. Come on in. Let's say good morning, say what we're grateful for, and share this out. So let me make sure that we are live, because sometimes it says it is and it's not. So I'm just going on to check and just share it for a moment, and maybe you'll do the same thing. There we go. All right, so let's get back in here. And hello, I see somebody has found us. Good morning. All right, it is Tuesday. It's Thankful Tuesday. So let's come in and give some gratitude this morning and share, because sharing is caring. And when we share it, other people get to see that we are live and that we are here. All right, so let's go into our hearts. Hand on the heart. And slow down the breathing. And add in some love. Add in joy, happiness. Just kind of tell yourself that you're loved. I am awesome. I am amazing. I am powerful. I am a spark of the divine. Breathe that in and release out anything else. Whatever there may be, just let go. Just be your magnificent self this morning. Good morning, Auntie Jean. So glad you're here. And anyone else that chooses to come in, just come in and let us know you're here. Hope Wellington Marshall. Good morning, sweet Hope. I'm so glad you're here. Did Zena get off to school okay? Let's see, what have I got? Give me one thing you're grateful for, because it is Thankful Tuesday. So we're going to think about some gratitude this morning. Good morning, Joanne. All right, so I'm going to get to the message from the angels last night. And it was called The Scarf. Okay, hang on. I gotta get it where I can read it. My eyes are not so great first thing in the morning. Suzanne, good morning. The scarf. Those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near, still loved, still missed, and very dear. Today was one of those days. The busyness of the morning was great, as I so enjoy being busy and doing the work that I do. As I was preparing to go online a bit later, I opened my suitcase in search of a scarf, and there it was. I'd called Tina one day with a request that she do an updated headshot for me. I was preparing to leave Florida for the Peace on Earth tour, and I knew she was the photographer I wanted for the job, as she loved to play with different looks, colors, and nature scenery. I was always amazed that with her busy schedule, she always found time to fit me in. She came prepared with scarves of all colors, a tiny castle, a jar of bubbles, and a couple of very high-powered cameras. We did a photo shoot outside of my cave by the canal and more by the swimming pool. COVID was already happening, so we pretty much had the outside place to ourselves. She was thrilled with one of the scarves and how it popped for the camera when I put it on. It was full of contrasting color, which she dearly loved. We played with the poses for a bit and then hugged goodbye, as it would probably be a while before we saw each other again. She left me with the presents that she brought, the castle, the bubbles, and the beautiful scarf with fun yellow tassel earrings that she had made. When I wrapped myself in the scarf today, memories of her came flooding in. I sniffed at the scarf to see if it might have any of her scent on it. I sat for a bit, just feeling it on my skin and remembering her infectious smile and her wit. Grief doesn't just stop because we have to get on with our lives. It is always there. Dear angels, sometimes we love so big that it seems our heart cannot contain it all. Tina was fun, unique, vibrant, and young. Her death still is hard for me to wrap my head around. I want her back. I want her to sit and listen, and for me to listen to her adventures and be the sounding board for her as she works through irritations. I love that I have the freedom to express my feelings to you, angels, and not be judged for them. As I was processing all of this, I received a message from my dear friend Karen that her precious doggie Kaylee had passed. Kaylee is our mascot for the Peace on Earth tour. She attended the Solvang land blessing and put her energy into it. Rest in peace, my precious friends. Dear ones, if your heart were not filled with love and compassion, the losses would not have the impact they do as your loved ones depart their bodies. This deep love comes from a higher state of consciousness, one where you are connected in with the true source of all that is. Now just imagine that you can have these thoughts of your loved ones while they are still incarnated in a human or animal body. Would you treat them any differently? Would you take your time while together and not rush? Or would you still pay more attention to your time clock? Would you listen more than you spoke? As you know, dear ones, there are no guarantees of how much time you will be on earth. Live your life such that when it is time to say goodbye, you can do so without regret, holding only love in your heart and leaving behind a legacy so big that something as simple as a scarf brings in a flood of beautiful memories. Dear angels, today I promise to honor those I am listening to and forget there is such a thing as time. I dedicated that blog to my friend Tina Villant, born 10/22/61, and she left us on March 28th of 23. And to Kaylee Palmer, who left us yesterday on 4/24. Yes, grief is a funny animal, isn't it? You never know when it's going to rear its head. And this is the scarf. that my Tina gave me. And she wrapped me in it, and she did so many beautiful photo shoots there at where I lived. And I just had an amazing time with her. And every time I see the scarf, I think of Tina. And that's how it is with our loved ones. There's always going to be something to remind us. It may be physical, but it may be. And I hope you all can relate to that. It just came out last night. I was sitting here looking at the scarf and just holding it and holding on to memories of her and remembering some of our last conversations. When you have a friend that calls and asks you to listen, please listen. Don't keep looking at your clock or your phone. Give them your full attention. It's important. And I know with Tina, one of the last things that happened was I helped her to process some anger. And she was so angry, and she just needed somebody to listen. And as I listened and didn't judge, just let her get it out, it helped her to go to the person she was angry with and express to them what her feelings were and how she had been hurt. And I'm so glad that she got to do that before she passed. Because after that last conversation I had with her, she was gone within a few weeks. And you never know what your role is in somebody's life. You never know if that's the time that that person needs to process something before they go ahead and leave their earthly body. So always give that person the honor and just let them be who they are and listen. Listen fully, no matter what's going on in your own world. Just pay attention because there's a reason for everything. I fully believe that. All right, what have we got? Jesse, thank you for coming in. Good morning. Joanne Castrillo, thankful for my dog Dingo. Today is his birthday. He's 12. Oh, I so love Dingo. Tell him I said happy birthday. And Marie, thank you for coming back today. Thank you for being here with us. And yes, we'll get those prayers going for your daughter. You shared that with us yesterday, so thank you for coming back today. Sally, thank you for sharing. Catherine DeSanti, good morning. Sally, I'm so glad that you're here. I was thinking about you yesterday. I think that may have even been what triggered all of those memories of my Tina and missing her and just loving on those who have gone on before us. Her and my friend Shelley. I've had a lot of loss over these last few months. Kathy Hand, good morning. And Auntie Jean says, I'm so grateful I met Tina. I love you, beautiful sister. She was absolutely gorgeous, inside and out. So I'm so happy that she was with me yesterday, reminding me of her beautiful presence. Deirdre, good morning. You're grateful for your friend Thumple Skillskin. I'm grateful for Thump also. And Sally said, grief is a beast to say the least. Yeah. And Sally said, that's exactly what Tony is doing for me through this grief. I've been blessed to have so many caring people in my life when I found all of you. Absolutely. We are all blessed to have each other. All right, so let's see what Kuan Yin has to add to today's message. I feel like it's a message of giving the time to each other to really respect that we're here together on this planet. And what are we going to do? What are we going to do with this time that we have? Hope. I am so grateful that Zena is enjoying college was a bit worried about the transition. As we know, autistic folk like routine. He has adjusted well. Thanks, Peas, for your continuous support and the beautiful energy you give to Z. Gratitude is a must. It certainly is. And I am so grateful for you, and I'm so very grateful for Zena. I'm so glad he's doing well. I hope. And I've been praying that that would be the case for him. All right, so Kuan Yin wants to give us this card this morning. And the card is Play to Create. Do you dream of more happiness, well-being, love? That is a high-frequency dream. High-frequency dreams become reality when we align ourselves with a matching frequency. There is a way to raise the frequency, to become more magnetic to opportunities, to the right people, solutions, and helpful guidance. To bring your dreams to life, for now, let go of the struggle and embrace the way of play. When's the last time you played? Let's share. Let's see when you actually let loose, became like a kid again, and just played. When was that? Share, 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 share. And I'm a little chilly with the wind, with the fan. So I'm going to wrap myself in Tina's scarf while I talk to you this morning. So I'm trying to think of when the last time was that I played, that I just enjoyed being. And I'm thinking it was just last week. My friend Kuka was here with me. She spent a few days after the retreat and stayed in the hotel with me. And she took me to the UFO experience. And wow, what a great time we had there. We laughed like kids. We really had a good time. And the place that she took me to is kind of like an amusement park in a way, because it had the UFO experience, which, you know, it's fun. You get to laugh. You get to see a lot of make-believe aliens. And you also get entertained, but you get informed, because there's some real stuff going on, and they're showing like the congressional hearings and all that. But we just had fun going through it and taking a picture of us being beamed up into a spaceship and coming face to face with some of the aliens. So that was my last time that I had fun. I'd love to hear your experience. When's the last time you just let go and you just allowed yourself to be a kid? So let's see. Auntie Jean. Jean says, hope. Zena is a miracle. He's brought us so much joy and love. Give him a big hug from Auntie. And Jessie, yesterday I blew bubbles outside waiting for the bus and got lots of smiles. Oh, how sweet. You know, one of the things that Tina brought to the last photo shoot she did of me was bubbles. We got to blow bubbles, and she was taking pictures of me with bubbles falling all around me. I wish I had those pictures, but when Tina would do a photo shoot, she was such a perfectionist. You had to choose which one to use. You didn't get the whole shebang. You got one, and that was your profile picture. And that particular photo is the one that I used for this blog. And you can see what a perfectionist she is. And she made me look beautiful. So, so I'm going to cherish that photo forever. And Deirdre, you saw the picture where we're being beamed up. That was so fun. And Sally says, does organizing a new creative space count? Of course it does. It's one of my favorite things to do. We had to take all our creative stuff home from the center, so a creative space had to be put together. I love creating a magical space to play in. Me too. Have you ever built a tent out of a sheet and then just put whatever you wanted under the sheet? That's fun. I used to do that when I was a kid. Jessie said, last week I walked to the playground and swung on the swing. Oh my gosh, Jessie, you just won my heart. I had a friend named Bob Miller, and I dedicated the book Gratitude Base to Bob. To Bob. Bob would either text me or call me every day, and he'd say, Teri, life should be fun. We should be out there swinging on the swing set or sliding down the slide. Just being that kid again, just allowing ourselves to be free of all limitations, free of all shouldas. Because if we let ourselves, we say, oh, we should not be on that swing set, right? We're adults. Swing sets are for kids. Who made that rule? I think swing sets are just a swing, no matter what. So I'm so happy you did that, Jessie. And Sally says, I have a nephew who is autistic and in his 3rd year in college and now living on his own. He is thriving. I am so glad to hear that. Auntie Jean says, what time is it? I was silly about 10 minutes ago. That picture Tina took is absolutely beautiful. She had a way with the camera to make you look your absolute best, and she would always position you. So it's like chin out and do this and that, and she knew what to do. And I forget what she called the hairstyle that she did for me that day. It was like a messy ponytail or something, and I felt silly doing it, but after she took the pictures, I'm going, that's pretty cool. So yes, thank you, Auntie Jean, for that compliment. And thank you, Tina, for making me look pretty. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie I Feel Pretty with Amy Schumer, but Sharon had not seen the movie before, so we watched it last night together. And if you haven't seen it, the movie has such a great story, such a great moral to it, and a great teaching that it's not the outside. That's not where we're pretty. The pretty is what's going on inside of our head and allowing ourselves to know that we are worthy, that we are deserving. So if you haven't seen the movie, I encourage you to see it. It's called I Feel Pretty, and it came out, I think, about 5 years ago. But it's such a beautiful story. Suzanne says, I think the last time I had real let loose fun was with Kathy Hand in Rehoboth. We went to see a Cars cover band and were dancing and laughing a lot. It was a lot of fun. I can see you two girls doing that, and I can see the bubbling laughter coming from you. I'm so glad you had that experience. And Kathy said, we are getting to play this weekend at going to visit Marlena in Charlotte, North Carolina, staying on Lake Norman and going to an NHRA drag race. Vroom! There you go. Get your kid on. And I hope Bob had a good birthday yesterday, Kathy. And I hope I'll enjoy that time with Marlena. Yes, it was a messy bun, Sally. And if you've seen the picture, you can tell that that's what it is, because you put your hair up in a bun and then you just let it be messy on top of your head. Oh, Rick, how was your birthday, Ricky? And hi, Josie. I hope you two are doing well today. Good morning, sweet Blue Jean. You dragged yourself away from the puppies? or are you right there with them? I just love the pictures and the video of those sweet babies. And I know you're not going to be able to let go of one of them. I know you're not. You're going to want them both with you. But whatever happens, they are adorable. The little razzmatazz is going to be right there with our Pocky and Gruff. And are the babies getting used to them yet? That was so fun to see them just say, I don't know what this strange creature is. What did you do, Mom? I was laughing at you. And he said, I just watched it. I saved it in my recorded stuff. Okay. So that was the message. The big message is to pay attention. If someone's talking to you, give them your full attention. You know, we've gotten so used to now not being without our phones. I was just like, what did I do with my phone? I think I left it in the other room. But we've gotten so used to just picking it up and every few minutes checking it and seeing what's going on, right? Attached to the hip with it. But if somebody's needing your attention or wanting your attention, give them your attention. Don't just keep looking down at the phone or looking up at a clock or something, but really pay attention. All right, so tiny book time. Let's see what we have from the tiny book. What's the message today? Aunt Jean, you're on it, page 54. 54. Oh my gosh, you had to pick one with lots and lots of messages. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 messages on this one page, a tiny book. So you know they're going to be little messages with big impact. So what do we want? Somewhere between 1 and 7. What do you want to hear today? Or I should say, what the Spirit want you to hear. Number 3. Dear ones, when you are blessed to have the special friendships that brighten your life, know that this is no coincidence. It absolutely is no coincidence. I am so grateful for having you, Auntie Jean, in my life, and for being able to spend the time that I did with you last year. That was such a beautiful, amazing journey to every day be with this special lady who brings so much to all of us, so much wisdom, so much laughter. Jean loves to laugh. So time that you're with her, make sure that you say something funny so she'll laugh, because it is something that when we laugh, we raise the frequency of the planet, and we know she's definitely busy doing that. Today at 5 o'clock Eastern Time, Auntie Jean is going to join me in the P podcast, and she's going to talk about her experiences with angels and miracles. I hope you all will tune in and catch that podcast and just get to see for yourself how special this lady is. Sally wants number 5 read. And it's a very short, potent sentence. What affects one affects the whole. And nothing is more true than that. We are one. And when we have something going on with our energy, it goes out into the big soup, that mix of all the energy that's on the planet. And it's either going to raise the vibration or it's going to bring it down. So it's so true. What affects one of us affects all of us. It's not just about me. We can't just take on that this is just my life. Nobody else matters, because what I do doesn't matter. It does matter. And whatever is happening in your life, how you respond to it makes all the difference in the world. If you're responding in anger, if you're responding in going to any low frequency, you're pulling that frequency down. If you start raising your vibration, then it raises the frequency. It's that simple. And just like when I sat with the scarf yesterday, and yeah, I gave in to a moment of tears. I gave in to a moment of being very human and saying, I want my Tina back. I want her here with me. I want to be able to sit with her and talk with her and listen to her. But then I felt the love that she sends every day. I felt her, and she shows me butterflies, and she shows me how important it is to really listen to people. And my vibration was lifted, and I just went to a better place inside my head and knew that we all are going to leave our physical bodies. Yes, every last one of us. Nobody gets out of this by being here forever in our physical. We do in our spiritual, but not the spiritual, not the physical being. Let's see. Jean says, are we going to use Restream or Zoom? We're using Restream, Jean. Okay. And Hope wanted to hear number 7. You're only here living this particular dream for a minute. So don't waste it on playing small. I love that message also. I loved all of these today. And thank you, Auntie Jean, for picking the page. And for all of you who wanted to hear a particular message, I hope that that was something that touched you this morning. And Hope says, Sally, I hope and pray you had an amazing send-off yesterday. Yeah, we were all behind you, Sally. We were hoping and that it would go with ease and grace for you, as you were not there as they were honoring your mom. We were helping you to do that. We were right with you. And Sally says, I am experiencing this morning. Yeah. Blue's pocket pokes her bed into the other bedroom, looking for a Jean every night before bed. Auntie Jean's little boys do the same thing to me. They run into the room that I usually stay at her house to see if I'm in there. And I just love that. I love that our animals are so in tune with our energy. And then when we're not there, they're like, I know she's still here. Marietta, my sweetheart, we left a free dock early this morning and are going to go up our first lock in the dismal swamp, probably with 3 other boats. Another adventure ahead. Our angels are always with us. EIWP. They certainly are, Marietta. I am so glad you're having this adventure. I just pray that it's the best time of your life for you and Ed, for sweet girl Pearl, and for Mr. Wiggles. Oksana, good morning. Oksana is with us. And good morning, P family, she says. I am here and am joyful. Today I'm growing beautiful, kind thoughts in my heart garden, like I live in a wonderful and kind world. Yes, we do. It's the world we create. If we want it to be a world full of kind people, that's what we're going to find. We're going to find whatever we look for, whatever our focus goes to. I go looking for those kind people. I go looking for the ones that are raising the frequency on the planet. And I also look for the ones that may need that smile, because we know that spirit magnifies incredible loving energy. And if we smile at somebody, it's magnified. So I look for those who may be in need of a smile, of a kind word, of just a human interaction. And that's what I do. Yes, I go up to strangers and say hello. I'm that person. And I hope that you are as well. I hope that you have it in your heart that if you see somebody that's down on their luck or maybe unable to make eye contact with you, just smile at them. You don't have to say anything, but it's always nice to hear a hello or a how are you or have a great day. These are the ways we can raise the vibration, people. All right. And Sally says, love you all for sure. Oh, we love you, Sally. And Blue says, oops, head, puppy time can make typing interesting. It can, yes. So she poked her head and not her bed in to see the puppies or to see if Jean was there. And Auntie Jean says, Ringo's face just falls. He can't understand why he can hear you but not find you. I feel the same, friend, sis. Love you so much, Auntie Jean. Okay, so it is that time. If you have something that you need us to pay attention to for you, we're listening. You have our full, undivided attention. Let's see what prayers need to go on our prayer list, in the grid, in our hearts, and let's do some more healing this morning. It's all about the healing right now. This is what Spirit wants. They want all of us to pay more attention to how we're treating each other and to pay attention to what's needed in our world. We're in a world right now that's very much in conflict and chaos, but we can change that. And I fully believe that. I'm not a, what's the word? Pollyanna. I know there's things happening. I know there's lots of stuff like human trafficking that's going on, but I know that we can make a difference in that. And so I'm holding on to that hope. I'm holding a promise. And one thing that I am doing is something called 10 million for world peace. And I've joined with two other beautiful ladies to bring this to fruition. And we're going to begin this Saturday, not Saturday, I keep saying that. We're going to begin this Sunday at 1:11 p.m. Eastern for 11 minutes. That's all, 11 minutes. We're going to come online and we're going to raise the vibration. We're going to do a meditation focused on peace, focused on love, focused on increasing that level of desire to have peace in our global leaders, our governments, our local leaders, and in each other. So I hope you can join us. If you can't, maybe you'll watch the replay and do it on your own, to just take a moment to do that, to lift the vibration. And Sally says, usually it's the eye contact that invites me in for a conversation. It usually turns out they need to hear something I said to them. Sally, we're starting this Sunday at 1:11, and every week on Sunday we'll do just an 11-minute meditation at 1:11 p.m. Eastern Time. So hopefully you'll be able to join us. It's Marbeth Dunn, Maureen Whitehouse, and myself. And the organization that we have created is called 10 million for world peace. We have we'll have a website that's going to be up this week, but we also have a Facebook group. And if you're not part of that group yet, I invite you to join us, as that's where you'll find all the information about what's happening. And we got our 501c3 from the government yesterday, from the IRS. So we are an official nonprofit, which means we can start taking donations and we can start getting sponsors to help spread this out far and wide through every part of the world globally. And that would be awesome if you can join in, Sally. Thank you. All right, so let's go into our hearts. Let's take that time that's needed to just really connect in. The connection happens through the breath. So when you breathe into your heart center, you're feeding that flame that's inside of you. You're letting it grow and expand. So let's do that. Let's make the connection right now. Hello, Jennifer Langren. Thank you for being here. So take a deep breath. Let it fill your lungs. And then see that breath travel down the length of your body, going out the bottom of your feet and into Mama Gaia. Let's just do some grounding right now. I feel like that's what's needed in this moment, to just see your energy diving into the earth. And in the very center of earth, there's crystals everywhere. So just walk around there in your mind's eye. Some of the crystals are huge. I'm seeing geodes that have opened up. And there's some amethyst, some citrine. There's some beautiful darker stones like the hematite and the shungite. Just go through those stones and see what's calling you. What do you need today? Do you need a stone of protection to protect your energy field? Do you need a cleansing stone like selenite? Or are you connecting in with a beautiful quartz? I see people gravitating to the rose quartz, and what a beautiful energy that is. Let's pull in that energy of love. We feel our hearts full of love energy. Wow, we change. Love changes us. It changes the world. It helps heal whatever's going on, whether that's physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual. So find your stone and bring the energy of it back up into your root chakra, and just pause there for a moment. Sometimes when things are happening in our world, we get a little shaky, a little wobbly in the knees, especially if we're trying to use our authentic voice. So just pause and see what's happening. Do you feel strengthened? Are you hearing everything is working perfectly? And it's okay. It's okay sometimes to be scared. It's okay to feel sad because you don't have a friend there, or you don't have your mom or your loved ones. It's okay. You're in this human experience. Experience it. It's what we're here for. So if you need to cry because you're missing somebody or something, like a beautiful animal that's been there and then now it's not, it's okay to express that. Be gentle with yourself. So feel your root chakra growing stronger as whatever stone you used to help you is putting out energy in this field, letting you know that you are safe, you are secure. Feel Divine Mother as she tells you those words, that it's all okay. Whatever you're going through, just allow that moment of going through it. Don't get distracted. Just be there for yourself, just like you would be there for a friend. If someone was in need of your help, you would be there. You'd be putting your arms around them. Wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself that love that you desire. And now breathe in your energy again into your lungs and let it go to your sacral chakra. The sacral is all about creativity. So if you're finding yourself needing to have a creative project, maybe you're painting, drawing, coloring, or maybe you're just wanting to show up in a different way and see yourself in a different way. That's your creativity coming forth. And go be a kid today. I encourage you to do that, because in being a kid, you enjoy life. You get the pleasure of just imagining, just seeing with your mind's eye what possibility is out there. So in this sacral chakra, just feel the love. And if you feel any pain in this area, it's usually because you haven't been that kid and released. So breathe into that area, into the sacral, the low back. If there's pain there, just say, I love you. I love you. Let's play. Let's create and play and enjoy this thing called life. Just release the pain energy and allow your healing to take place. And now breathe into the solar plexus. This is your power center. This is where you know that you are enough and you are worthy, and that you're doing the best you can in every moment that you're here. And now breathe heart center, that beautiful heart of yours. You are loved. You are enough. You are worthy. Just keep telling yourself those things. I am enough, just as I am. I am worthy, and I am loved. Now let that love flow from your heart. Let it move up to your throat chakra. As you breathe in again, expand out that throat chakra. Communicate. Speak. Speak your truth. If you want to say yes, say yes. If you want to say no, then say no. And set your boundaries and say, nope, I'm going to honor myself and not be swayed, not be a people pleaser. I'm going to honor me. I'm going to please myself. And then breathe it into your third eye. And here, just take a moment. What are you feeling right now? What is that intuitive thought telling you in this moment? Just allow. Allow the love. Allow the expansion of your energy. And let that expand upward now to your crown chakra, opening it wider and wider and allowing the energy to flow upward to your higher self, and allowing the messages and the love to flow through that crown chakra. How beautiful to open up this morning How beautiful to accept the healing that comes in when we allow it. So I pray that this day you will just feel more energetic, you will feel more loved, you will feel into your purpose. Why are you here? What are you doing here? And what are you going to leave behind when you're not here? All right, so let me see if there were any prayer requests or anything going on while we were in that. Sophia, good morning, sweet one. Thank you for coming. And Sally, we're getting snow right now, asking to keep Tony in extra prayers. She's losing so much weight that her next step is to shop in children's clothes on her way to a doctor appointment right now. Well, we're going with you then. We're just going to join you and Tony and go to that doctor's appointment. And let's lift our Tony up high for some beautiful energy to flow into her. Be a kid today. That's right, Blue Jean. Play with those puppies. Blue says, I will leave echoes of laughter and joy. Awesome. I know you will. When I think of you, Blue, I hear that laugh. I hear you just being so joyous. And I love that. And that's what I take every time I think of you. I have that takeaway. And thank you, Deirdre, for the prayers for all humans, for Gaia and world peace. And Marietta is sending Reiki to our Tony. And yes, indeed, if you are in touch with your energy healing self, any of you out there, just send that energy toward Tony. And let's go with her into the doctor's office. So honor yourself today. Honor those that you come into contact with. Pay attention. Heads up. And listen. Listen with both ears and with your eyes. That's important too. Because if your eyes are diverting to something else, you're not listening. So make sure you have full attention when you're listening to someone. We are going to do our heart telephone that we do every day. We do it on the count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. I love you all so much. Thank you for coming in and spending a moment with me this morning. It really, really warms my heart when I start seeing your names and knowing that you're sending love and you're receiving love. That's the most important part. We come in to be fed, and boy, do we ever. Look at all this love flowing through here. And Tony's receiving that Reiki, Marietta. Thank you, Sally. All right, so thank you. I love you from our Deirdre, Jennifer, Ricky, and Josie, our Sally De La Rosa and Tony De La Rosa. Love, love, love you all. Absolutely. And we got bark from the puppies, so that means I love you. And Suzanne, thank you. I love you. Auntie Jean. Oh, peas love soup. Yes, we do. So let's make a lot of pea soup today and send that love out into the world. Jennifer, thank you. Our Hope Wellington Marshall, thank you. I love you. Good morning, Catherine Kovacs. And from Catherine DeSanti, thank you. I love you. Jesse's giving us some hearts and smiles. And Hope is sending love to our Tony. And Jean, you need coffee now? Me too. With love. All right, let's get out of here. I love you all. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed. Go out and smile at somebody and look them in the eye and say, how are you? How are you doing? You can even say it with a joy accent if you want. How are you doing? And just lift somebody's vibration today. And 5 o'clock today, tune in to our Auntie Jean and listen to this beautiful soul, our mountaintop guru, who's going to bless us with some beautiful energy at 5 o'clock. So here we go. Namaste, y'all. Thank you, Ricky. I love you all so much. Have a great day, and we'll see you later. Bye, everyone.